Congratulations, your college graduates. We're excited to celebrate your achievements. Please join us immediately after the ceremony on main campus. Multiple photo locations are set up around the area, and our friendly volunteers are available to take your pictures. To find photo locations, simply scan the QR code on the back of your ticket for the map. And before you leave, don't forget to sign the rock. It's a memorable tradition for all graduates. We look forward to celebrating with you. Attention parents, families, and graduates. Don't miss the Spartan Store pop-up located right in the lobby. Stop by, grab some fantastic alumni gear, show off your Spartan pride, and commemorate this incredible milestone in style. Whether you're looking for a keepsake or a perfect gift, we've got something for everyone. Congratulations, your college graduates. We're excited to celebrate your achievements. Please join us immediately after the ceremony on main campus. Multiple photo locations are set up around the area, and our friendly volunteers are available to take your pictures. To find photo locations, simply scan the QR code on the back of your ticket for the map. And before you leave, don't forget to sign the rock. It's a memorable tradition for all graduates. We look forward to celebrating with you. Welcome to your College of Pennsylvania. Please find your seats. The processional will begin in 10 minutes. Once the processional has begun, no one will be permitted to leave or enter the fieldhouse until the processional is completed. Again, please find your seats as we prepare to welcome the graduates. Welcome to your College of Pennsylvania. Please find your seats. The processional will begin in 10 minutes. Once the processional has begun, no one will be permitted to leave or enter the fieldhouse until the processional is completed. Again, please find your seats as we prepare to welcome the graduates.
morning. Please be seated. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of York College of Pennsylvania, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the Spring Commencement exercises. Today is a day of extraordinary significance, a day to honor the hard work, dedication, and perseverance of our graduates, to recognize the excellence of our faculty, and to celebrate the collective experience of our Spartan community. We are fortunate to have so many Spartans gathered together in one room. Our soon-to-be graduates, members of our Board of Trustees, our faculty and staff, and family members, we thank all of you for being here today. And I would also be remiss if I didn't acknowledge a very special guest joining us this morning. Please join me in welcoming the Mayor of York City, Sandy Walker. Sandy? Graduates, your time on campus has been one of living, learning, and growing. A shared journey in a community that you have helped nurture and that in turn has helped nurture you as well. Today marks the culmination of that journey, but it is also the beginning of a new chapter. As you prepare to leave this campus, you are ready to embrace the challenges, opportunities, and adventures that await you. Reaching this milestone is no small feat. It required discipline, courage, and commitment. But none of us succeeds alone. All along the way, you have been supported by friends and family, by mentors, and by the dedicated faculty and staff here at the college. Graduates, before we continue our ceremony, I invite you to stand and join with me in showing your appreciation for those who have stood by you throughout your journey. As your president, I have had the honor of witnessing your growth and your many achievements. You've each made your mark on this institution, and this college will always be your home. As your name is added to Old Spart, you will join generations of graduates before you, and we hope you will stay connected with us as Spartans for life. We are a community shaped by a simple yet profound motto: to serve is to live. It's more than a set of words. It's a call to action and a reminder that a purposeful life is rooted in service to others in our community. To that spirit of service, it's not abstract here at York College. It is lived out every day in meaningful, tangible ways. And we saw a powerful example of that just this past week as we celebrated the 30th anniversary of the York College Community Opportunity Scholarship Program, or YCOSP. An initiative grounded in the belief that access to education can change the trajectory of a life. Founded by visionary community leaders, including philanthropist Don Graham, the program reflects a deep and enduring commitment to opportunity, equity, and the future of our region. As part of that celebration, we also had the privilege of recognizing Don for his vision and leadership in helping establish the program, and for remaining personally connected to it and to the students it serves for more than 3 decades. That impact is profound. Generations of graduates have gone on to lead, serve, and strengthen our community, living proof of what is possible when service is paired with opportunity. To our graduates, you are the beneficiaries of a community that believes in service, in opportunity, and most importantly, believes in you. As you leave this campus, please carry that responsibility forward, to lift others, to strengthen your communities, and to live lives of purpose and impact. Because here, we don't just talk about service, we live it. As you embark on your own journey, it is fitting to recognize those who have helped prepare you and who exemplify the lasting impact of service. At this time, I'd like to recognize 4 outstanding faculty members retiring from York College, who we are proud to honor today. Dr. Scott Hamilton, Ms. Vicki Klein, Mr. Jeffrey Schiffman, and Mr. Zehao Zhao. Dr. Scott Hamilton is in the audience this morning, so I ask that he please rise and remain standing. Scott? Keep standing. Dr. Scott Hamilton, Professor of Civil Engineering, joined York College in 2016 as the founding faculty member for the Civil Engineering program and has been instrumental in its success and growth for the first 10 years of its life. Dr. Hamilton is a registered professional engineer and has both an MS and a PhD in civil engineering and a master's in engineering management from Stanford University and a BS from the United States Military Academy at West Point. He's a retired U.S. Army Corps of Engineers officer who has had assignments in the U.S., Germany, Korea, and Afghanistan. To Dr. Hamilton, Ms. Klein, Mr. Schiffman, and Dr. Zhao, we thank you for your extraordinary service, your dedication to our students, and the legacy you leave here at York College. Please join me once again in expressing our deepest appreciation and warmest wishes. Now it is my honor to introduce our graduating student speaker, Jordan Cox Pemberton. Throughout her time at York College, Jordan has served as the president and treasurer of the York College's Rugby Club, the president of the American Society of Civil Engineers, and the treasurer of Women in Science and Engineering, known as WISE. She also served as a building supervisor and intramural referee at the Grumbacher Sports and Fitness Center. Please welcome Jordan Cox Pemberton.
Good morning, faculty, families, friends, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2026. Today is one of those rare moments in life when time feels a little frozen. For years, our lives have been measured in semesters, assignments, exams, and the occasional moment of panic when you realize at 11:45 that you had homework due at 11:59, which, if we're being honest, is still plenty of time. And yet somehow, all of those late nights and early mornings led us here, sitting beside people who were once strange faces in a classroom, who have now become the very people who made these past few years unforgettable. As I look around today, I see more than just my fellow graduates. I see years of determination. I see the friend who always shared their notes with you when you missed class. I see the professor who believed in you when you didn't believe in yourself. And the family members who answered your stressed out phone calls and said you've got this when you weren't sure you did. Every person here has a different story about how they got to this moment. Some of us arrived knowing exactly what we wanted to do with our lives. Some of us arrived thinking we knew and then changed our minds a few times before we found our niche. And some of us arrived just hoping we would figure it out somewhere along the way. But that's the thing about college. And honestly, about life, a lot of it is figuring things out as you go, and that's okay. When we first stepped onto this campus, most of us didn't know where we were going. We didn't know how to navigate office hours, internships, career fairs, or group projects that somehow became one person doing like 70% of the work. But little by little, we figured it out. We learned how to ask questions. We learned how to adapt when things didn't go according to plan. And most importantly, we learned something that will matter long after today. Growth almost always starts the moment we step into something unfamiliar. And I think we all experienced that our first day on campus. Think back to that moment. You're carrying too many things. You're pretending you know where your classroom is. You're walking confidently in a direction you think is correct. And meanwhile, your phone is telling you the building is somewhere behind you. Everyone around you looks like they know exactly what they're doing. But the truth is, none of us did. Most of us spent the first few weeks wandering around campus, trying to figure out where anything actually was. And then there's that hallway between Campbell Hall and the Life Sciences building, and you walk in and you finally figured it out, and then you realize you're in Campbell Hall on the 200 level, but then you take 2 more steps, and suddenly you're in Life Sciences on the 100 level, and at that point, you're standing there staring at the room numbers, wondering if you actually walked through some type of academic wormhole, but you start to realize something important. Everyone else in that hallway is just as confused as you are. We were all just trying to find the right classroom, trying to understand the syllabus, trying to figure out how college even works. And somehow, semester by semester, we did. You discovered what excites you, what challenges you, and who you are. Because the real mistake isn't trying something and realizing it wasn't for you. The real mistake is never trying at all and spending the rest of your life wondering what might have happened if you did. The truth is, every person in this graduating class has already done something difficult. You navigated a system that wasn't designed with you in mind, and you succeeded. I guarantee there were moments when things felt overwhelming, moments when you questioned whether you belonged here, moments when the future felt uncertain, and yet here you are. You showed up. You kept going. You finished what you started. That says something important about this class. We are resilient. We are curious. And we know how to step into situations we've never experienced before and figure them out. After today, there will be moments when you look around and feel like everyone else has a perfect plan. But here's the thing. Very few people actually have everything figured out. Life isn't a perfectly mapped out path. It's a series of experiments. You try something, you learn from it, you adjust, and then you try again. So start the conversation, pitch the idea, apply for the opportunity that feels just a little out of reach, and take up space in rooms where you once thought you didn't belong. The world doesn't move forward when people have perfect plans. It moves forward because someone was brave enough to start. And today, as we sit in this room together, we're surrounded by the people who helped us reach that starting line, the families who sacrificed, the friends who supported us, the professors who encouraged us when things were difficult. This achievement belongs to them too, but it will always belong to you, because no one else could take the exams you took, write the papers you wrote, memorize the formulas you did, or push through the moments when quitting would have just been easier. Class of 2026, today isn't just a celebration of what we've accomplished. It's the beginning of everything we're about to explore. And if there's one thing I know about this group of people, it's that we are capable of more than we think. So try the things that excite you. Try the things that challenge you. Try the things that might not work out. Because every time you try, you expand what's possible, not just for yourself, but for the people watching you and the people who will come after you. To my graduating class of 2026, I leave you with this. Today we celebrate not only the degrees we earned, but the courage it took to get here and the courage it will take to keep going. We are not a class that waits for the perfect moment. We are a class that shows up, figures it out, and tries. Congratulations, class of 2026. I can't wait to see what you try next. Thank you. Thank you.
Good morning, graduates. I'm Michelle Hudson Schellenberger. I'm a graduate from the class of 1989. And as your Director of Alumni Engagement, it is truly an honor to stand before you today to congratulate you on this incredible achievement and officially welcome you into the YCP Alumni Association. Today, you join a powerful network of over 37,000 alumni across the country and the world. Spartans who, like you, once sat in these seats, filled with excitement and anticipation for what comes next. But today, we elevate that connection with a promise that defines our community. We are Spartans for life. No matter where your journey leads, York College will always be part of your story. As you step into this next chapter, take a moment to reflect on your time here, the lifelong friendships you've made, the late nights in the library, and the lessons learned both inside and outside the classroom. These memories will stay with you, shaping who you are and exactly where you're headed. While today marks the beginning of your journey as an alum, remember it's not goodbye, it's see you soon. And I personally invite you to come back to your homecoming, your 0-year homecoming, on October 2nd and 3rd. It's a perfect opportunity to reconnect with friends, faculty, and the place that shapes your future. We encourage you to stay connected, attend an event, come back to campus to mentor a student, or simply share your story with us. We want to celebrate you. Because being a Spartan for life means the benefits of this degree extend far beyond today. You have lifetime access to the Careers Development Center and all of their services for free. The continued use of Handshake for job opportunities, and a team in the alumni office and the entire campus ready to help you connect with fellow alumni in your new city. Wherever life takes you, you always have the Spartan family cheering you on. As you walk out these doors today, don't just carry a diploma, carry the pride of everything you've built here. Go make your mark on the world. Keeping our motto close to your heart, remind the world that to serve is to live by making a positive impact in every community you enter. Enjoy this moment, you have earned it. Congratulations to our newest alumni, our leaders, and our Spartans for life.
One of the greatest privileges I have as president of this institution is recognizing and celebrating the remarkable achievements of our faculty, who are committed educators, mentors, and experts in their fields. The Presidential Award for Teaching and Mentoring Excellence honors a faculty member exemplifying innovation and effectiveness in creating learning opportunities for their students in the classroom, laboratory, and beyond. The faculty member is also recognized as someone who demonstrates a love for lifelong learning and intellectual diversity, which they model for our students as well as for the entire YCP community. As a mentor, the faculty member is recognized as a disciplinary expert, guiding student research and inquiry. And the faculty member is also recognized as someone who serves as an anchor for students both academically and personally, leading students to see life's rich possibilities. I am very pleased to introduce the recipient of the 2026 YCP Presidential Award for Teaching and Mentoring Excellence, Professor Kimberly Cody Sutton. Dr. Sutton, would you please join me at the podium? Dr. Sutton joined York College in 2011 and currently serves as the chair of the Education Department and Associate Professor of Education. She also serves as the director of the Special Education, Secondary Education, Middle Level Education, and Elementary Education programs. Dr. Sutton's selection for this award is best described by our nominator, who wrote, "Dr. Sutton demonstrates an exemplary record of teaching, leadership, and mentorship at YCP. Her special education students quickly learn that while she maintains high expectations and rigorous standards, she is also their strongest advocate and most enthusiastic champion. Her classes emphasize practical application, case-based learning, collaboration, and problem solving, ensuring that students are not only knowledgeable, but confident and classroom ready. What truly distinguishes Dr. Sutton is the intentional care she invests in each student and advisee. She communicates expectations clearly and consistently, helping students understand both departmental standards and professional responsibilities in the field of education. She serves as a steady anchor as students navigate academic, professional, and personal challenges during their YCP journey and after. Her office is frequently a gathering place for students seeking guidance, encouragement, or simply a moment of connection between classes. Dr. Sutton inspires her students to be passionate about their career pathway, seek out learning opportunities, and empowers her students to thrive academically, grow personally, and lead with purpose. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Kimberly Sutton. I'm also pleased this morning to continue a tradition that reflects our motto, "To serve is to live." The Presidential Award for Community Engagement honors a faculty member whose exemplary service enriches York College and the broader community. Through leadership in academic, professional, and civic arenas, this individual embodies the college motto, "To serve is to live," applying their expertise to foster institutional growth, elevate community partnerships, and create meaningful opportunities for student engagement and learning. I am delighted to introduce the recipient of the 2026 Presidential Award for Community Engagement to Professor Jennifer N. Engler. Dr. Engler, would you please join me at the step of the podium? Dr. Engler currently serves as the chair of the psychology department and a professor of psychology. Since joining the college in 2005, Dr. Engler has held leadership roles in several campus-wide student success initiatives, including the Spartan Success Network and Strategic Enrollment Management Council. She has forged community partnerships impacting hundreds of participants in regional organizations, including the Community Progress Council and Women's Healthcare Group. She has also developed poverty simulations that continue to be implemented by community partners to support regional poverty awareness and education. As her nominator wrote, Dr. Jennifer Engler exemplifies York College's motto, "To serve is to live," through sustained leadership, institutional service, and meaningful engagement with both the campus and the broader York community. In her two-decade career at YCP, Dr. Engler has demonstrated exceptional commitment to the full spectrum of faculty service described in the college's mission: service to the department and institution, engagement with the profession, and partnership with the surrounding community. By applying her expertise as a clinical psychologist to both campus initiatives and community collaborations, she has strengthened institutional programs while addressing important social needs in the region. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Engler. Now it is my honor to introduce our commencement speaker, Mr. Bryce Johnson. Bryce Johnson is the Senior Vice President of Football Administration and Senior Personnel Executive at the Atlanta Falcons. Mr. Johnson recently joined the Falcons after 10 years with the Philadelphia Eagles, and we remind him that we can still say "Go Birds," it's just a different bird. Most recently, serving as a senior vice president focusing on salary cap and resource allocation strategy, player acquisition, contract negotiation, and structuring roster transactions in compliance with the NFL's collective bargaining agreement. Mr. Johnson joined the Eagles in 2016 as a football administration intern, advancing through the roles of increasing responsibility, including football administration coordinator, director of football administration, senior director of football transactions, and vice president of football transactions and strategic planning. Prior to his career in professional sports, Mr. Johnson practiced law as a corporate associate at Proskauer Rose LLP, where he focused on mergers and acquisitions and other transactional matters. A native of Medford, New Jersey, Mr. Johnson most importantly graduated summa cum laude from York College of Pennsylvania in 2011 with a bachelor's degree in sports management. He was also a four-year member of our college's Division III men's lacrosse team. Mr. Johnson then earned his Juris Doctorate degree magna cum laude from Georgetown University Law Center in 2014. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Bryce Johnson.
Good morning, everyone. Before we get going, let's address the elephant in the room. If I look familiar to you, it's because I was the guy walking down Jackson Street last night who you thought might be an undercover cop. I promise I'm not angry. This is just the way my face looks. In all seriousness, let me start off by saying congratulations to the class of 2026. I'm very excited to be here to celebrate this significant achievement with you. For the reasons that Dr. Burns described, I do feel particularly connected to all of you. Plus, this is a great opportunity for me to be here with you this morning to practice for the likely much better version of this speech in the afternoon session. Thank you to President Dr. Burns, Chair of the Board of Trustees Steve Tanzi, Vice Chair Carol Eicher, and the rest of the YCP leadership team for hosting me this weekend. And a special thank you to Dr. Souter and Jeffrey Mullen for inviting me to speak today and for coordinating everything leading up to this event. Initially, I refused unless they would agree to wipe out all of your student loans when you walked out of here today. But they drive a hard bargain, and I settled for a coffee mug from the bookstore. I tried. But hopefully, you will find my thoughts to be equally as valuable. Probably not, but let's see. I've always enjoyed attending graduations and listening to graduation speeches. I think that is because graduation is a truly unique moment when you transition from one phase of life to the next without any reason to have doubts. It might be the last time that you can know exactly where you are is exactly where you should be. From this point forward, the future will likely look a lot less clear than you're used to. For the past few years, you've largely had a blueprint for what to do. You had a class schedule. You received a syllabus. Murph's turned the lights on at 2. When you wake up tomorrow, you probably won't know where you'll be 4 years from now, and you may not even know where you'll be 4 weeks from now. Uncertainty will be the norm, and you will need to make a never-ending series of decisions that will determine the path you take. This is in some ways daunting, but it's also exciting. It's daunting because every decision you make will come with a downside. But it's exciting because every decision you make will present an opportunity to shape your life and career in the direction that you want it to look and feel. This type of dynamic is at the core of the work we do in the NFL. Every time we evaluate a trade or a contract, the situation involves a set of trade-offs. Trading a draft pick for a proven player is exchanging variance for certainty. A contract negotiation often revolves around upfront payment versus long-term guarantees, number of years versus salary per year, offense versus defense, so on and so forth. The key in making these types of decisions under conditions of uncertainty, both in that context and in your own lives and careers going forward, is not only accepting, but embracing that you probably can't win in all directions at all times. And from there, developing a clear point of view as to which set of trade-offs you prefer. It is freeing to realize that the only things you need to focus on are the ones that are truly important to you, the most aligned with your worldview, and that it's okay to let go of everything else. And when you have clarity on which things fall into which category, you often find opportunities to trade one for the other. In distilled form from a proverb, those who know others have knowledge, but those who know themselves have wisdom. I'll illustrate this point with my own story. In 2002, I was a young fan of the NFL and growing up in South Jersey, specifically the Eagles. That spring, following a loss in the NFC Championship game, one of the star players on the team, linebacker Jeremiah Trotter, left in free agency to sign with Washington. The public explanation for the team not re-signing him seemed to revolve around this thing called the salary cap, which appeared to have a large influence on roster movement generally. Rather than taking that explanation at face value, I wanted to understand more about it, to verify it made sense, and to think through how it might apply in the future. So at the age of 12, I began spending a lot of my free time scouring the internet to learn about the salary cap rules and collect all the salary information I could find to run my own calculations. I still have the first iterations of this work, where I used rulers to hand draw accounting charts on pieces of paper. I imagine my parents thought it was funny to watch me go on like this for months before finally telling me about Microsoft Excel. In 2005, the Eagles were dealing with a very public contract dispute with receiver Terrell Owens. The topic of the salary cap was in the public conversation, and I was sitting around with spreadsheets of contract information that I had been collecting. So as a sophomore in high school, I published a very basic website as a resource for fans to use, and I was quickly invited on the sports radio WIP as a teenage salary cap expert. I suspect for the radio station, this was a tongue-in-cheek way of feuding with the team, but it was very serious to me. Throughout my time at York, I continued to operate this website and write online when I wasn't doing schoolwork or playing lacrosse. In my first semester in 2007, our Intro to Sport Management class required us to interview a professional who held a type of job that we wanted to obtain. For my project, which I recently found on an old hard drive, I interviewed a salary cap analyst for the Eagles and concluded the paper by describing steps I believed would eventually lead me to be able to work in this type of position. In 2010, as I was trying to figure out what I would do after graduating from York College specifically, a guy named Howie Roseman was promoted to general manager of the Eagles. He had started with the organization as an intern, which is a position he secured after attending law school. I thought that made sense for me, and I started pursuing a route that would take me to Georgetown for law school, and then to work as a corporate lawyer at a large law firm in New York that was well known for sports industry transactions. The idea at the time was to work on those types of deals and use that as a way to transition to an NFL team as a lawyer, and from there to working on the salary cap. But it wasn't really working out that way once I got to the law firm, so I decided to double down on my hobby in my free time. I shut down my own website and began contributing to a larger one that had recently been created. I also realized that I needed to put myself in a position to say yes to any opportunity rather than banking on a comfortable path. In part, this meant paying down my student loans fast enough to be able to absorb a large financial hit. I rented a 2-bedroom apartment on the 5th floor of a walk-up in Hell's Kitchen and rented my 2nd bedroom on Airbnb. Over a year and a half, I rented to nearly 100 sets of guests, mostly foreign tourists who became my rotating cast of temporary roommates. I would sometimes walk home from the law firm to clean the bathroom at lunchtime, and I would blog about the salary cap from laundromats at odd hours while I was washing the sheets and towels. In 2016, the salary cap hobby led me to hearing about a salary cap opportunity with the Eagles of all teams. And I came into contact with the person who would go on to hire me and mentor me early in my career. The opportunity was exactly what I had been working for well over a decade. The catch? It would require leaving a prestigious job that only the top students at the top law schools are able to obtain. No office, no bio on the website, no health insurance, 70% pay cut, 7-0. In a vacuum, that looks like a really difficult decision. And if I didn't have a sense of what I prioritized, it could have been easy to get distracted by things that wouldn't have mattered after the fact and led me to making a decision that I would regret, even if on paper the alternative looked good to other people. In fact, some colleagues at the law firm delicately suggested I keep in touch in case I felt compelled to return. Now, you may be thinking, well, that's a pretty extreme example. And I suppose the reason I was invited to speak today is because it is. But the point is that you will be faced with less extreme versions of this type of decision on a constant basis. At every point along the way in my story, there were smaller decisions that accumulated over time and fed into the bigger decisions, all playing a part in shaping the outcome to align with my preferences. They were important to me. Notice I say preferences, not goals, the latter just being embodiment of the former. In the 10 years that followed, I was fortunate enough to contribute to 2 Super Bowl championships along with many great colleagues and become one of Howie's most trusted advisors as we pushed the limits of the salary cap rules. In 2024, my name became the one on the signature line of the player contracts. The very first contract with my name on it was Jeremiah Trotter Jr., the son of the former player whose departure from the team sparked my interest in the salary cap 22 years earlier. As was highlighted in my introduction, just last week I was presented with my most significant decision since that example 10 years ago. While uncertainty is the norm, for the first time in a very long time, my future became less clear in a more fundamental way. It was actually pretty helpful that I was in the middle of writing this speech and trying to deliver this same message. And I assure you, I took my own advice in going to Atlanta. After listening to the story, the specifics may seem surprising to you, but trade-offs and preferences can manifest differently on the surface while remaining consistent at the core level. As you sit here today, you may not have a particularly clear idea of what your core preferences are, but whether you realize it or not, you've actually already gotten a lot of practice in honing in on the types of trade-offs you prefer. You chose a major, you designed class schedules, you rented your Jackson Street house from Mike or Scott. There are no obvious answers in how to approach any of those decisions, but you are sitting here because you were able to do all of it by following your instincts to align your reality with your preferences. The blueprint you've been following that I mentioned earlier, it was mostly designed by you. So while you spent the last 2 years taking exams, writing papers, and completing courses, the most important piece of knowledge that you will leave your college with is knowledge about yourself. So I encourage you to spend time reflecting on that knowledge so that you can use it as wisdom in all of your future decisions. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Jessica M. Fauch, Dean of the Kinsley School of Engineering, Sciences, and Technology, to come forward for the presentation of candidates for the degrees.
Will the candidates for the following degrees please stand? Doctor of Nursing Practice, Master of Accounting, stand. Master of Arts, that's a long list. Master of Business Administration, Master of Education, Master of Public Policy and Administration, Master of Science in Nursing, Associate of Science, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Business Administration, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Everyone standing. President Burns, the candidates standing before you and listed in the program have been recommended by the faculty and approved by the Board of Trustees for the awarding of the degrees which they have completed.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I hereby confer on those who have completed all of the requirements for the degrees which they have earned, with all the rights, duties, and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations, candidates. Please come forward for the awarding of your degrees as directed by the marshals.
Kyrie Jenneret. Kayla Renee Cayenne. Helen Estrella. David Wesley Grant. Samantha Paige Barron. Sarah Renee Franks. Quincy Maurice Hardison. Morgan Christine Kernich. Megan Elizabeth Clarkson. Marissa Challenger Wells. Abby Lynn Yerger. Veronica Lorraine Rucker. Emily Ann Turek. Claire Ruth Schwarb. Catherine Ann Kaphemmer. Carly Marie Gonzalez. Alexis Brianne Bookard. Eiley Wilson. Jane Elizabeth Hill. Sephora Alexandri. Bailey Post Rayburn. Eric Joseph Cheney. Luke David Moser. Jacob A. Deimling. Brett Cohen Michael. Jackson Thomas Jankowiak. Jack Emmett Lyons. Jackson Blake Wright. Abigail Ryan Brown. Helen Cheng. Teresa Gonzalez Herrera. McKenna P. Zimmerman. Claire Evelyn Rumsey. Matthew John McDevitt. Aiden Michael Rowlandson. Samuel J. Young. Nicholas David Wilderson. Nathan Luke Bozer. Kayla Marie Coe. Amani Sana Ferguson. Ashley Marie Rodriguez Irizarry. Sarah J. Utsi. Erin Elaine Igo. Eve Marie Burnham. Nathan Andrew Myers. Jacob Anthony Fripp. Rebecca Jillian Schwer. Megan Chanel. Ariana Gabrielle Wright. Edward Warren Jones. Martek J. Moore. Martique. Aiden Allen Halpin. Isaac William Shearer. John David Frizzell. Haley Maxine Curtis. Kai Kane. Cole Richard Pines. Jane Baining Cox. Aiden Christopher Hess. Sayer Stephen Cobersmith. Kevin Thomas Keating. Ava Marie Mikulski. Sophia R. Tile. Aaron M. Taylor. Delilah Brielle Bachman. Emmett Robert Larson. Caleb Marshall Jones. Brandon Asher Woodward. Jean Alexis Carranza Diaz. Ethan Christopher Glass. Liam Thomas Turska. Ariana M. Cordova Estrada. Grace Tu Tran. Haja Omu Jalo. Jillian Alyssa Hamilton. Laura Grace Saxon. Joanna Marie Wynn Meldano. Lorraine Ruby Miniman. Kelly Ann Tripp. Megan Delaney Feek. Devin B. LaRoque. Joy Francesca Beltallones Herbosa. Sarah Bridget Connor. Josephine Marie Ginsky Glossner. Madeline Jane Nutzel. Maggie Grace Kujawa. Lisbeth Vianette Solario. Jessica Cecilia Mallette. Sophia May Kistner. Joshua Michael Byers. Andrew J. Olvera. Is this you? I got it. Riley Sloan Hickey. Logan Thomas Skavron. Matthew Christopher Maslow. Brooks Jeffrey Davis. Bradley John Washko. Sydney Brill Renzo. Autumn Rose Hickman. Nicholas Philip Bowling. Brendan Francis Bilo. Thomas H. Lundy. Hunter Landon Wolf. Tobina Valentin Uzuma. Dominic Jean Weaver. Elijah R. Unger. Charles David Thompson. Alexander M. Martinez. Griffin Alexander Cox. Jacob M. Jones. Jackson Edward Harvey. William Christian Butler. Gabriel Allen Monero. Jacob Andrew Nielsen. Charles Bradley Carroll, Jr. Brooke Haley Zajac. Corbin G. Dick. Kara Louise Patton. Kylie Ann Preston. Rayanne Lee Gottwalt. Ariana Victoria Carpenter. Annabelle Regina Holdenreed. Mary F. Dizer. Andrew Peter Lipinski. Joseph J. Bonsignori. Robert Jesse Oots. Oak Daniel Bechtel. Lucas Carl Jowanowicz. Maxwell Anderson James. Yeah. Kyan Alexander Kranek. Zachary Alexander Kuhl. Joshua B. Kirsch. Zachary S. Cox. Caitlin Alexandra Barcheski. Martina Louise Leiter. Caroline Louise McCadden. Benjamin Mark Workley. Colby K. Rao. Braden Noah Fake. Aiden Austin Peters. Paige Madison Lee Maury. Michael Koch. Corinne Rose Shear. Grace Louise Wagaman. Brandon Alexander Myers. Isaac Benjamin Lutz. Evan R. Smith. Hayden C. Schrufer. Jake Arturo Morel. Jacob William Hare. Matthew B. Brown. Ethan Thomas Sears. Joseph Earl Downey. Liaris Murgas. Mason Liao Chadwick. Luke Daniel Hodges. Edwin Daniel Niemont. Christopher Ryan Pappas. Haley A. Strayer. Haley Jean Rosenbrandt. Brianna Caroline Serrato. Haley Anderson. Joellen M. Benson. Gabrielle Marie Sladek. Madison Maria Mendenhall. Lacey Elizabeth Brandt. Jacqueline Elizabeth Wegener. Mackenzie Rose Yo. Kirsten Ella McNeely. Caroline G. Sears. Stephanie N. Salazar. Gavin Nicholas Bellinger Loazu. Maxim Benson Milner. Morgan Lee Reed. Owen Robert Kurtzmiller. Gavin Mitchell Wentz. Aiden Elliott Kaya. Elijah Alexander Kyle. Savannah L. Jordan. Slow down. They're waiting. Marl Gonzorig. Olivia Dawn Holloway. Amanda Zorzi. Corey Wallen. Jason Berge. James Sutherland. Chase Ryan Close. Brian R. Collins. Sydney Lynn Heister. Avery Lily Skalas. Isis Antonia Brewer. Grace E. Swartz. John Andrew Myers. Paul J. Leonard. Rajan Shamar Treasure. Miles Sung Palmer. Avery R. L. Snyder. Michaela Caitlin Kloon. Reagan Daubert. Kayla Ann Grimshaw. Zoe Jane Marie Stover. Lillianne Rosalind Green. Nolan Thomas Smith. Hannah Lynn Downs. Olivia Ray Turchi. Emma Grace Balulis. Haley N. Betts. Rachel Renee Nauman. Ashley Marie Murphy. Jocelyn Nicole Kern. Caitlin Nicole Kern. Michaela Shea Askey. Michaela Taylor. Melody Savannah Lubecker. Gretchen Michelle Barsted. Okay. Seth William Lanning. Galen Michael Lepson. I know how to say your name. Sarah K. Schimmel. Lexi M. Strine. Alexia Seraphin Evelyn Brubaker. Michael Lewis Eubank, Jr. Dustin Travis Rubinkin. Shylin Marie Louise Anderson. Elliot Sulady Reber. Reagan Mackenzie Kaplan. Raven Pearl Hurley. Kaylee Loretta May Roth. Sophia Inez Tobin. Angelina May Petrosky. Nyla May Nell. Michael Robert DePero. Sean Joseph Apsley. Jonathan Jeffrey Waite. Nathaniel William DeBelius. Josephine Ann Burry. Ryan Matthew Fideli. Farah Rain Ayet. Romina Caroline Rosa Chang. Chevelle Renice Lee. Matthew P. Weil. Joel Charles DeFreitas, IV. Daniel J. Barra. Joshua Allen Stahl. Michael Joseph Bloom. Nick E. Harmon. Courtney Lee Mule. Shane Kenneth Mundis. One more. Courtney Cox, Jordan Cox Pemberton.
It is my distinct honor to congratulate the newest group of York College graduates. You are certainly a force to be reckoned with. As a sign that you have earned your York College degree, we have one last test for you. As a recognition of your commitment and your hard work, I ask that each of you, on the count of 3, turn your tassel from the right to the left. On the count of 3, okay? That was 4, 3, we'll do 3. All right, are you ready? 1, 2, 3. As we conclude this morning's ceremony and send these fantastic graduates out to change the world, we ask that you please stand if you are able and remain standing for the singing of the alma mater and through the recessional.